It's another big win for Elaine Thompson Herah. She is beginning to look unbeatable. Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World. Now go ahead, please hit that subscribe button so we can continue to grow. When you do that, go ahead and hit the notification bell so you know when the next video drops. We drop a video at least once a day here on Peter Lloyd World. Also, if you enjoy the content, please hit that like button. And finally, leave your thoughts. Let me know what you think. Another big win for the great one, the world's fastest woman, Elaine Thompson Herah. Then we are going to have sports analysis as well as shoutouts. Stay to the very end. Your name could be mentioned. Una ready? Yep. Good to go. The world's fastest woman, Elaine Thompson Herah, scored another big win over the 100 meters at the American Track League's Puerto Rico Classic on Thursday. She won in a meet record time of 10.93 and looked quite comfortable doing so. In the heats, Elaine Thompson Herah, who ran in heat 1, was lined up against Lake Atkinson of the United States, Shania Collins of the United States, Jenna Pandine of the United States, Ashley Henderson of the United States, Tania Gaither of Bahamas, and Shakoria Wallace of Jamaica. Elaine Thompson Herah won this comfortably in a time of 11.22, running into a minus 2.2 headwind. Now, she did not get the best start. It wasn't the best start I've seen her to date, but by her drive phase, she was comfortably in charge and won easily in the end, running into that headwind. Then, of course, in Heat 2, the person that we here at Peter Lloyd World would have been the only person who might have pushed her, which is this young lady, Cambria Sturgis. Cambria Sturgis won Heat 2, running into a minus 0.6 win. Sturgis had briefly held the world lead over the 100 meter with a time of 10.87, which was, of course, eclipsed by Jamaica's Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce at Nairobi, Kenya, early this week. Sturgis was lined up against Natalia White of Jamaica, Michelle Lee Ai of Trinidad and Tobago, Tamaria Davis of the United States, Kayla White of the United States, Zhao Jing Lang of China, Hannah Cunliffe of the United States, and Gladmar Torres of Puerto Rico. Urges in our eyes here at Peter Lloyd World. She looked good winning Heat 2, running into that minus 0.6 win. Her time was 11.20. And like I said, she looked comfortable. So I had anticipated something happening in the finals. But in the finals, that was not meant to be. The starting list for the women's 100-meter finals was Elaine Thompson Herah, Michelle Lee Ai, Shania Collins, Tamari Davis, Natalia White, Maury Lake Atkinson, Cambria Sturgis, and Kalia White. Of course, Elaine Thompson Herah won this one in a meet record time of 10.93, which is a very impressive time this early in the race. They had an even start in this one. Again, it was not the best start I've seen Elaine Thompson Herah have in quite some time, but within the first 30 meters, she was clearly in charge. Once she was up and running, there was no one there. And in fact, I had expected Sturgis to make a play, but nothing happened. It was only Michelle Ai at one point that seemed to have attempted to challenge her, but it was not to be. Elaine Thompson Herah won this one comfortably, as you could see right here in this final shot. Very, very comfortably. And she looked good, very good doing so. People, Elaine Thompson Herah is beginning to look pretty much unbeatable. It's very, very early, so you have to understand that these times 10.93, 10.89, these are very solid times for this early in the season. In the end, of course, running into a minus 0.8 win, Elaine Thompson Herah won in a meet record time of 10.93. Michelle Lee Ai of Trinidad and Tobago ran at 11.06. Shania Collins of the United States came third with 11.08. Tamara Davis of the USA ran 11.08 to take fourth. Natalia White of Jamaica ran 11.13 to take fifth. Cambridge Sturgis surprisingly ran 11.29 and came seventh. I'm not sure what happened there clearly. Maybe she didn't have a very good start. I didn't really notice. I've looked back a few times, but I couldn't understand that time. She looked really, really good in the heats. We saw Elaine Thompson Herah run her first opening 200 meters. She won. She wasn't really impressive, but she did win at the National Stadium recently. Now, Thompson Herah won this in a 22.75, which is a good time. And she won by a mile. I thought she looked okay. She did look winded. She looked like someone who had not run a 200 meters for a long time, which I've pointed out. And then, of course, we saw her run this world lead earlier at the Mount Sac Relays. Now, at the risk of being prejudiced, I must say that the 100-meter races that I've seen her run, I don't know if you all agree with me, Elaine Thompson looks almost unbeatable. She looks in charge. She looks comfortable. Like I said, the only issue I had with both her races at the Puerto Rico Classic yesterday was that, on Thursday, was that she did not have a very good start. The start was reminiscent of her start from back in the day, which was always an issue. And we know that she'd been working on that start, which is why she was doing the indoor 60-meter races. She simply was working on the start. So still needs a little work. And here's the thing. When I say unbeatable, obviously the elephant in the room is the 4'10" young lady, the amazing Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce out of Kingston, Jamaica. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, who just ran that remarkable 10.67 way up there in Kenya. People, I don't know, Fraser-Pryce just looked remarkable in that race. It was almost scary and comfortable. So in our books here at Peter Lloyd World, the clash is going to be between this one, the great Elaine Thompson Herah, the world's fastest woman, and Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. Now, I still believe somewhere in the mix, there's going to be a Shericka Jackson. I don't know, people. I just have that vibration. The way she's running, she looks really comfortable. And I kind of think when it comes to the 100 meters, those are the three names. I mean, if I ever get to see Sha'Carri Richardson run, I mean, given the times she ran last year, she would definitely be a factor if she's healthy and she's just hiding something. But at this point, that World Championship race is going to be between Elaine Thompson Herah, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, and Shericka Jackson. I mean, if there's anyone else in the mix, I don't know. I don't know. I can't think of anyone. Mujinga Kambunji, maybe? I mean, I would love to hear your thoughts. But like I said, clearly, Elaine Thompson is still putting her 100-meter race together. Clearly, it's relatively early in the season. She has several things to work on. I would say her start in this instance that I stated earlier was her weak point, and that's why the time in both races wasn't faster. Well, the heat, she didn't really run any faster than she was, and she was running into a heck of a wind. I think it was a minus 2.2 or something like that. It was a heck of a wind. But I believe we could have gotten something faster than that 10.93 had she gotten the first pass of the race together. Now, let me say this to you. Really what these athletes are doing is they're trying to put the race together to make sure that the race runs perfectly the way they want it. And I think by the time she gets to the World Championship, we're going to have a heck of a race. Elaine Thompson Herah looks nearly unbeatable. The only person I think who can challenge her right now is, of course, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. So let's look at the comments really quickly. Queen Mildred Allen commented, "Go, Mr. Parchment. Continue to make Jamaica and your family proud and the country proud." I really like this one. I mean, obviously, I love when we big up our athletes, especially our male athletes who don't get enough support. Red Planet said it very simply. He just said jam going to be a problem. If you're not a yardie, what he meant is Jamaica is going to be a problem for the rest of the world come World Championships and Commonwealth Games. And I agree with you. It's all the signs and indicators are there. Big up yourself, Red Planet. Thanks for leaving the comment. And Queen Heather Smith Palmer wrote, congrats to Gabby. Sharika opened up too soon, but still a well-run race. Thank you, Sharika. This is only an opener, a tester. I agree with you, Queen Heather Smith Palmer. Thanks for the comment. You clearly know a lot about track and field. In fact, in an interview after Sharika said she was very happy. I mean, she ran a 22.07. That's a really impressive time over the 200 meters at this point, people. She's going to be a threat. Stay tuned for the next video. We have a bomb to drop. Keep leaving in the comments. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. Leave a like if you enjoy the content. Let me know if you like this new format. Leave the comments so we can mention you. And you are kings and queens. So bless up.